Lechon! Oh, yeah.
Seniors, I would like to talk to you first.
Get the tissues.
I'm going to start by telling you a story. So, 4 years ago, or I guess 3 years ago, I was student teaching. I was fresh out of college. I just finished all my coursework at U of I. Mid-pandemic, I was nervous and I was scared. I was excited for the job to jump into this field that I've been working my butt off for. And I started student teaching in the fall of 2021 at Rolling Meadows High School. I had a great time there. My mentor, Christopher Booty, was amazing. He continues to help me so much to this day. I know that a number of you have also met a lot of the Meadows students. They're a great program. They've done awesome things. And at the same time, you guys were starting high school. You guys were here, and Alyssa was here too. And I know that we don't need to get into it now, but we know that wasn't ideal, but Alyssa was trying her best. But you know, some things don't work out, and that's okay. And you survived that semester, and you're still here. I survived my semester. In fact, I did more than survive. I really think I thrived. I knew going into student teaching that Mr. Booty was retiring in 2 years. So not at the end of that school year, but the school year after. My last day at Rolling Meadows, you know, it's a sad goodbye sort of a thing. All the kids at Meadows and their top band gathered around, and they got me a gift. They got me a mouthpiece and a really nice car and stuff that I still have on my phone. And then Mr. Booty pulls me aside and he said, in his office, and he said, "Hey, I know a lot can happen in 15 months, but as you know, I'm retiring at the end of 2020. Again, a lot can happen, but he said this to me, I just want you to know I think it would be a really good fit." Later that evening, I go to the Midwest Clinic in Chicago. There's a reception for alumni to the University of Illinois. And I see Spencer there, Spencer Highland, who, again, many of you also know. And I'm thinking, I'm on cloud nine. I might have a job at a fantastic program lined up in 15 months. I just need to figure out how to get from point A to point B. And I asked Spencer, "Hey, do you have advice?" Because Spencer worked in the same district, right? After doing great things here, he went to John Hersey High School, which is in the same district as Rolling Meadows. So I've seen Spencer and worked with him a couple times. And I say, "Hey, man," he said, "within a month, my old job will be open. Keep an eye on it." Cryptic, but okay. And you guys are living it. A month later, second week of your second semester, I'm filling out job applications for substitute teaching jobs at home. I get a call from my college professor that says, "Spencer is expecting your phone call. Here's his phone number." I call Spencer. He says, "My old job is open. Are you interested?" I said, "Of course I'm interested." He said, "Great. I will. What contact information do you want me to send to admin?" I said, "Here you go." I sent admin resume and everything. I did interviews. I landed here in front of you guys. Well, kind of. Mostly across town. I study every now and then. And I was having a great time that semester, but I thought to myself, great. This is everything that Spencer said. This is the gateway to the industry, the field. And I was still talking to Mr. Booty about these plans. Your sophomore year, at the first marching band competition, our first season together at Gray's Lake. What do you know? Rolling Meadows is also competing at Gray's Lake. A lot of the students that I had seen just a year before. Mr. Booty had already announced his retirement. And I will remember this for the rest of my life. Because these two events happened had to have been less than 30 minutes of each other. A bunch of Rolling Meadows kids came up to me. They were excited to see me because I hadn't seen them in several months. And they said, "Are you going to be our band director next year?" In front of you guys. I don't know if you remember that, but some of you were there. But I remember that they asked me that, and I was like, "Hi, good to see you," and I'm like, "Bye." And I didn't know what to do in that situation. Because the multiple Meadows kids had asked me that day. Within 30 minutes, Jack Scadden comes up to me and says, "You know you saved this program, right? You know you're our savior, right?" He said those words. And I know it hyperbole, but that interaction alone has resonated with me for years and years. And throughout that entire day, that we then went on to have a great performance, that we then won, I thought to myself, maybe this plan that Mr. Ruby and Mr. Hans isn't the plan for me. I don't know if you know this, but I still applied. I still applied for the Rolling Meadows job. I saw Mr. Ruby in December at an Illinois bowl game, and we talked about it. I was supposed to interview during the day during Super State reporting week, when we were reporting it was this day. They wanted me to take a day off and go interview at Meadows. I told them there is no way that I am sacrificing one day that we can have our shot with this group to interview you guys. And they said, fine, we'll wait after school for you. So that day we recorded Give Us This Day. It was a Friday. It was the last chance we had to record Give Us This Day. And as soon as you all left the room, I left to go interview at Rolling Meadows. 2 weeks later, it was Jazz in the Meadows, the Jazz Festival. The interview went well, and I got invited to the final round, where I was going to give an in-person lesson in the conducting interview. And I talked to Mr. Rudy at the festival, and I said, I have reservations. I don't know if my heart is in it. He said, I understand. You should do what's best for you. And what do you want? And then I emailed the Rolling Meadows administration and said I would like to decline the invitation to interview for this position. And here we are. 2 years later. You know, I had a bunch of friends that were well connected in Rolling Meadows. I live in Arlington Heights. I live in the Rolling Meadows attendance district. Friends had been telling me, like, you are an idiot for turning down your opportunity to take that job. There is no reason why you should have done that. And I said, of course there's a reason you don't understand. There is something special here that I will not get anywhere else. I said, you might not get it, but you don't need to get it. I only need to get it. And I will tell you, I have no regrets. And I have stood by that decision every single day for the last 2 years. Every single person in this room has done so much for this program, but you all specifically, the 20 of you in this senior class, have done so much for me personally, as somebody that is young and new to this field, and is trying to desperately try to figure out how to teach, how to work with young people. How the hell am I supposed to tune a chord? How am I supposed to teach you to just count? And I didn't always do it right, and I didn't always do it the best way, but I tried new things every day, every week, every year, every semester. And thanks to you guys, I feel like I'm finally figuring it out. I cannot be any more grateful than I currently am. And I will never be able to express my gratitude that you have allowed me the space and you have allowed me the grace to learn how to do that which is that I am doing. Again, I know that I haven't done everything perfectly, but I sincerely hope that it has done you right, and that you have gotten the education that you deserve, because you deserve all the world and more. Dang it, we're going to need to turn it on and off again. To be frank, I wish we had more time, because I'm only just now feeling like I'm figuring it out. And lucky you sophomores and freshmen, you get to understand what a competent music teacher is like from the very beginning. I'm sorry that I couldn't have done you better right away. I would have loved to teach you and work with you.